Just because you're putting out something doesn't mean people are automatically going to like it. How to get more engagement on Instagram? This is one of the most popular questions I continuously get almost on a daily basis. So what I want to share with you is the primary reason why you're not getting much engagement on your content. And then I'm going to share with you 4 things you can do in order to see an immediate improvement on your engagement on your Instagram profile.
Hey, so I push and I grind and I push and I grind, cause I know one day it's gonna pay y'all.
What's up? My name is Mike Sherrard. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. I drop multiple videos every single week helping entrepreneurs scale their business using creative and innovative content, personal branding, and marketing strategies. All that I ask in return is a little thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. We are all entrepreneurs here to help one another grow. That's why I'm putting out this video for you. That's why you're watching this video for yourself. So please just give me a little thumbs up. And if you're new, please make sure you subscribe and tap that notification bell. Now let's talk about why people struggle to get engagement on their Instagram. I've been able to use Instagram to build my personal brand, and it's generated me a ton of business over the last couple years from people coming directly to me. Ultimately, with your Instagram, it's a form of content marketing that you want to use in order to turn yourself into a client magnet. You want to attract your target demographics and avatar, but in order to do so, you need to make sure you're using it properly. So let me give you an example of why so many people are not getting engagement on their Instagram profile. It's the quality test. And let me break this down, and then I'm going to get into the 4 things you can do today or on your next Instagram post in order to see an immediate increase in engagement. The quality test is simply putting yourself in the consumer's shoes. Oftentimes, as entrepreneurs, we feel like other people are going to feel the same way as us. If we're putting out content that we think is awesome, oftentimes we just make the assumption that everybody else is going to feel the same way. It's not for any reason other than the fact that as people, we oftentimes just credit ourselves and think that what we're doing is going to relate to other people. But what you need to understand is that's oftentimes, and the majority of times, not the case. Just because you're putting out something doesn't mean people are automatically going to like it. Every time I post something on Instagram, and every time you post something on Instagram, you need to make sure that you take off your entrepreneur hat, put yourself in an unbiased consumer's perspective, and look at your post and say, if I didn't know you, if I didn't know Mike Sherrard, and I saw his post, this post I'm going to make today, would I actually like it, comment on it, and further follow his account? What you're going to see is 99% of the time you actually wouldn't follow your own Instagram account, and not only that, you wouldn't like the photo or comment on the photo. So why would anybody else? You're expecting something of others that you wouldn't do yourself, which is unrealistic and not reality. So what you need to make sure is every time you're posting something on any social media platform, you need to do the quality test where you put yourself in your target audience's shoes and say, if I was my target audience, would I actually engage with this post? And if you start to use that, what you're going to see is you're going to end up using different photos, different videos, and better copy. Now, let me explain the 4 things that you can do in order to start to see immediate results and more engagement on your Instagram content. The first thing is focusing on selfless value, providing value. This can be tough to hear at times, but nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about me. People care about what you can do for them, the value you can provide for them. Yes, of course, over time, once you built up the like, know, and trust factor, and they become loyal fans of yours or in your audience, ultimately, yes, they are just going to naturally like you because you've helped them out so much, or they've just built a bit of a connection with you. But as a cold audience, nobody is going to naturally like you. You need to prove yourself. The best way to do that is making sure that you're providing value, not based on what you care about, but based on what your target audience cares about. There is a ton of Instagram content that I would like to post or that I planned on posting, but I simply took a step back, looked at it, and said, this is all about you. This is all about selfish stuff. It didn't provide any value to my audience, so I never ended up posting it. All of the content I post on my Instagram is providing value, not to myself, but to my target audience. We are serving. As entrepreneurs, we are here to serve. We're here to serve our target audience, so make sure that you're providing enough value that they're going to see that post, benefit from it, like it, comment their opinions on it, and then follow you. Number 2, consistency. So many people, again, are posting one photo this week, and then 2 weeks from now, they're posting another photo. Listen, look at your own behavior. If you followed somebody, and then the next time they posted was 2 weeks from now, and then a month from now, and then 6 months from now, and then 3 days in a row, and there's no consistency, why would you follow them? There's not enough substance there for you to get anything from it. So make sure that you're consistent, not just on the posting, but also in terms of the content. You need to make sure that you're consistent with the value that you're delivering. So if you're talking today about 5 tips to help people engage on Instagram, and tomorrow you talk about how to catch a fish, and the next day you talk about how to bake a muffin, and the next day you talk about how to door knock, ultimately there's no consistency. What you need to understand, again, looking at consumer behavior. If you followed an Instagram account and they posted something that was of general interest from you, let's say it's cars, for example, and then the next thing they post is about clothing. Okay, maybe that's okay in the realm, but then the next thing they talk about is food, and then the next thing they talk about is travel, and the next thing they talk about is real estate, and there's no consistency. You're going to wonder when the next post is coming that you're actually going to get value from. So you need to make sure that you're consistent with the content that you're posting, also in the way of what type of content you're posting. So if somebody sees one photo that they like from you, when they come back and see your next photo within the next couple of days, they are also going to like that photo and get some sort of value from it. The third thing is quality, not just quality of the image or the creative or video, but also quality of the caption or description and copy. Let me explain. You need to make sure that your content is at least clear. Now, don't get it twisted. You can simply use an iPhone. An iPhone 11 has better quality than most DSLR cameras, so you can simply flip this phone around. There's no excuse not to be getting content wherever you are, whenever you are. So make sure that you at least get a clear photo, because you want to make sure the quality is a representation of you. You're a hardworking entrepreneur. You're putting in a lot of work to help other people. You want to make sure that your content reflects the quality of work that you provide, but also the quality of the copy. Let's give a quick example that's very common. Most people end up just writing a one-line inspirational quote. They just take it from Google Images, or they take it from an account that they follow, and they post that. Great, you read this quote. What do you get from it? Okay, it's kind of cool, but why would I engage with that? I've seen it before. What you need to make sure to do is add some context. Why that quote, what it means to you, how your target audience can implement it, why it's so important, how you've implemented it and changed your business. So you need to make sure you're writing engaging captions and copy that prompts people and excites people to engage with your content. If you look at my profile, a lot of my content is longer caption posts. A lot of other top entrepreneurs have longer caption posts for 2 reasons. One, it increases your engagement because, again, you're writing it in a way that asks people to write their own comments or opinions or perspective on it. But 2, it actually also helps with the Instagram algorithm because of the fact that it increases the watch time on your posts, because people are spending more time reading multiple lines or multiple paragraphs instead of just one line, which again boosts the algorithm and boosts your reach. And fourth, last but not least, is authenticity. You need to be yourself. I see so many people that are trying to be a different version of Gary Vaynerchuk, a different version of Tony Robbins, or anyone else that they admire. You are not them, but nobody is you, which is incredible. Nobody can be a better version of you. So ultimately, by you being yourself, you're going to be able to find it much more natural to put out content. You're going to enjoy it a lot more because you're not trying to be somebody else. And it's also going to relate to your audience more because they can tell you're being your true self. Even if you don't have the most popular type of personality, there's hundreds of thousands and millions of other people on Instagram that have the same personality as you. So even if you're not some extrovert, outgoing person, and you're maybe shy or comedic or serious, whatever the case might be, there's still going to be a massive audience out there that's going to relate to your content. And ultimately, by you being yourself, they're going to see comfort in that and end up engaging with it more so than somebody that they don't resonate with. So those are the top 4 things you can do in order to get immediate engagement on your content, as well as make sure you start using that quality test every time you go to post. If you have any other questions about getting engagement or getting more followers on Instagram, drop a comment below. I love when you guys engage with my content, and I also respond to every single person who does. So thank you so much for watching. As always, check out this next video. It's going to be a ton of value to you, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.